We're about to get hardcore.
Not in that way. Hardcore Henry. Hardcore Henry is a film that is coming out actually really soon. It comes out April 8th.
See, this is weird to me. I knew absolutely nothing about this film at all until like just 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. I informed Micah of this, and I told him that one of his favorite actors ever is in this film, Mr. Charlton Copley.
Like, I wonder if Caleb knows about this because he freaking loves Charlton Copley.
Yeah.
Like,
probably. I mean, I don't know. I mean, when was the last time you spoke to Caleb?
I saw him a little while ago.
Oh, still working the swing shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that's got to be killing.
He was
for him.
he was like half awake. He has this green hoodie that is like, it's like an athletic hoodie, so he looks like a Ninja Turtle because he'll like pull it up over his head and it's really form fitting. So he straight up looks like a Ninja Turtle and just like
a Ninja Turtle in white face.
Well, no, because he's pretty dark complected. Because
okay.
Donatello,
okay, a Ninja Turtle in olive.
Because Donatello was always sort of olive toned.
Yeah.
You know,
okay, I could see.
in the movies and stuff.
I could see him as Donatello or Raph. I could see him as Raph as well. Okay, we went off the rails a little bit there. But Hardcore Henry, from what I am hearing, it is a revolutionary new type of film. How it was filmed and everything. And based upon the image I saw in the trailer, I know what it's going to be. But I'm just interested in how the hell they're going to do it the whole way through. Because there's certain films I've seen, certain segments of the film were filmed like this, and they worked really well. But for the whole film, I don't know how they're going to do it. So, anyway, before we keep ranting and raving, let's get to Hardcore Henry. Here we go.
Hello, Henry. Do you remember how you got here?
Is his leg missing?
This next part might
Oh,
hurt.
well.
Ultra
Yep.
prosthetics.
Oh.
Squeeze? You and I were, we still are, husband and wife. I love you, Henry.
Henry, they want your technology.
How would you like than you?
Whoa.
The chute! Hold the chute! Hold on, Henry! Henry, fight back! You're capable of more than you think!
It's
Damn.
all right. I'm here to help you. Is your speech module installed? But at least we know you're not deaf. Okay, well the good news is that you're gonna live a while. The bad news is there's an army standing between you and your wife. So let's go get her.
So this is gonna be all first person.
Queen! Yes! I love this song.
So
First person.
this looks amazing. How many characters does Charlton Copley play in this?
I don't know. I think 2 or 3. Oh. Yes!
What the crap? This looks amazing. Oh,
You gonna lay there?
Don't stop me.
Swallow that blood in your mouth? Or you gonna stand up and go spill theirs?
Tim Roth.
he's a scary dude.
Dang. I
That
want to see that.
that looks super cool.
Wow. First person.
So
First person is here, baby.
yeah, well, it's kind of weird. It's like a weird POV thing. Like you get to be the hero of the movie.
God. That's just...
Like that. Honestly, I could see a lot of people getting motion sickness from this because that
Yeah,
mean,
I could see that too, but at the same, well, I was gonna say it's just
also that'd be super weird, and like this would be a fantastic movie for 3D because it's like you're the hero and you're like seeing.
yeah, so you could treat it like an
you're,
Oculus Rift.
yeah,
event.
you're seeing this stuff as he's doing it. So
Yeah, dude, if they did release this in 3D, holy mackerel!
yeah, that looks fantastic.
Hardcore Henry. I was gonna say with Charlton Copley. I mean, and Tim Roth. I forgot. I forgot I saw Tim Roth in the credits for this. Jeez, man, as I've stated, I don't know how they're going to fully portray the first person element. Don't get me wrong. I think it's an awesome technique, but and here's the thing. I know you're never going to satisfy everybody. There's going to be people who can't watch this because of motion sickness, but at the same time, it's an experience.
Yeah, this looks really
This
cool.
is what film should be. Film needs to be, I mean, honestly, film needs to take more risks like this because modern technology, you're able to do stuff like this. You're able to do stuff that's outside the box, out of the ordinary, that people may very well like. It's just they don't know it yet. And people are going to see this and see that it's first person, and they're going to be like, oh, I have motion sickness. I may want to, like, take medication to make sure I don't get sick while watching this. And
I feel like this needs to be a ride. Like, could you imagine, how like the rides and so the thing will shift, so like as you're running, like
Kinda
jostle back and forth and stuff. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I remember.
Or like if you're falling, it's just like.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, they did Back to the Future, the ride.
Yeah.
Where you actually had to chase Biff back through time and everything, and in order to retrieve the time machine, and that was awesome back when I was a kid, and I was so sad when they got rid of it. They replaced it with a Simpsons ride, which I like the Simpsons, but Back to the Future, come on.
Because this would be amazing. Could you imagine like an hour and a half ride like that to a movie like this, where
dude, they do have
the star?
motion cinemas. They do have motion cinemas, like in South Korea, especially. They have like I forget how many I saw.
Why aren't we doing that?
Well, Dollywood has one like that. They have the motion theater,
Well, yeah.
the one with the Thunder Road.
Well, yeah, but that was like, I mean, what was that, like 12 minutes or something?
Yeah, that's it. Now, they did actually do a special thing where they actually did a Journey to the Center of the Earth with Brendan Fraser. They did that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And they did that with the motion, right? And especially during the minecart sequence. I had a friend who went and watched it. He said that was really fun. They did the minecart because they really moved it with the minecart scene because the minecart was filmed a lot in first person. But if this had the motion theater element with it, oh my gosh, holy crap! I couldn't imagine. Oh gosh, this is why I want to go to South Korea, because I want to go to one of those motion theaters and like experience a movie like this. Also, they did Avatar the same way too. Like like in Avatar when they're riding on top of on top of the beasts. That would be awesome. Holy crap.
Yeah, that would be pretty wild.
Gosh.
This looks super cool.
It does.
I mean,
if Caleb does not know about this, you need to tell him.
Sure.
And we need. I was gonna say, man, we have not been to an early release in a while. I mean, honestly, we wanted to do Star Wars, but we didn't get a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to make this like our
That
the
might be
start of a
pretty cool,
routine
yeah.
thing, because I think this is going to be like an early start for the summer. Because don't get me wrong, I know May is technically when summer starts for movies, but this right here, if this is as good as I think it's going to be, this is going to. If this is as good as I want it to be tremendous, but.
Well, I mean, it's definitely
It's
more innovative than most stuff we've seen. They're not trying to reboot a franchise or anything.
Ooh, there you go.
Ghostbusters. We just watched
every
that,
Hollywood freaking studio. Every Hollywood studio tries to remake stuff, and they're just like, nothing works anymore. What are we gonna do? Let's ruin everyone's childhood by going back and making a crappy remake. Though we're not saying the new Ghostbusters is going to be a crappy remake. We're just saying.
I think really
based upon most remakes, there are only a few remakes I consider superior or equal to the originals. But in terms of most remakes, they're crap.
Really, the only source material that really resists being remade is comic books, because comic books themselves have gone through so many iterations
Gosh, yeah.
It's okay to have different versions of things. I mean, even now,
people have different versions of stuff, but at the same time, there's stuff that catches on with like the full pop culturally accepted. That's just like, Barbara Gordon being paralyzed for a long time, and thus making the Oracle character, which I love the Oracle character, but I'm glad to see her back as Batgirl, Batwoman. They say different things. I mean, she's Batwoman in my book, but for her being paralyzed for that long and everything. Yeah, it's based upon the popularity of the selected works, and you see, The Killing Joke was so popular and so well done. I mean, Alan Moore, for God's sakes, probably one of the best comic writers of all time. I mean, Watchmen, V for Vendetta, ring any bells?
Sure.
I mean, that's V for Vendetta. I think the film did a good job portraying it. It's just them switching it from dystopian alternative future, from what it could become. I liked how they did that. But and you see films like that, that take risks like that. Even though Alan Moore didn't approve of it, Alan Moore doesn't really approve of anything because he hates the idea of his films being adapted, or his works being adapted into film. And I guess that's why he said he'll never do film. Even though I think they've made all sorts of offers for him to do film.
Oh yeah.
In which when you're one of the best writers ever. But it's just, I think he finds the limit of the medium just too much. Now, maybe if they could talk him into doing a Netflix series where there are less limitations.
That would be cool.
I mean, honestly, hey, Netflix, I think we just gave you a good idea. Talk to Alan Moore and say, hey, we're going to give you free reign to do pretty much whatever the hell you want in terms of writing, and we will produce it, and we'll make it to your standards. I mean, why not? Give the guy a shot. I mean, honestly, make him see film in a brighter light. I mean, because that's what needs to happen.
Sure.
Or maybe it doesn't. I mean, honestly, that's just me what I'm hoping, because I love Alan Moore. But the way that this film looks, I hope this starts a whole new trend. Yeah, I hope.
Oh yeah.
I hope this doesn't cause an overabundance of first-person films. There could be the crappy first-person films.
Well, I mean, but what would it? Well, I don't know. What would a comedy look like as first person? I mean,
I don't know. Certain films would not work as first person.
Would they? Wouldn't they? I don't know.
Well, you could find different ways to film something in first person. Like a romantic comedy may very well work.
Oh, this would be perfect for a horror movie, though, right? I mean,
ooh. Well, actually, there's actually a pair of films that actually worked the first person view. They actually work the first person view from different people. See, where Hardcore Henry does it from just Henry's perspective. These two, the first one did it only from one perspective, but it was, it wasn't like the person's FOV. It was actually them holding a camera.
Yeah.
It's called Wreck.
Or,
the original Spanish versions, not the crappy American remake. The original Spanish versions, directed by Juanme and Paco Plaza. Those guys made awesome films.
I think it'd be cool that when we finally get some investors to throw a bunch of money at Bethesda to do a Fallout movie, do it like this.
Oh yeah, dude,
that would be fantastic.
Oh, dude, that's how you'd have to do it. That's how you would have to do it. I mean, honestly, just do the start out, showing the character and everything, and then the actor does the work from there.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
And oh man, this could open the door to so much. I mean, honestly. Because, people have been worried about, how are we going to make video game movies? This could be one of the routes. This could be one of the definitive routes because what's some of the most popular games out there? They are first-person shooters. And, some are optional, like Fallout. You can do third-person, but most people prefer to play it in first. I prefer to play it in first, anyway. Hardcore Henry with Charlton Copley and Tim Roth looks absolutely amazing. Can't wait to see it. Tell Caleb about this because... we need to try and make this like a midnight showing thing, or not midnight, early on.
This would be a fun movie to see. Yeah,
I mean,
this looks like a party. I mean,
it does, and plus them playing Queen. Don't stop me, don't stop me. I was just singing and dancing the whole time, just yes.
Like the scene where the guy tosses him the grenade and he just drops it in the sunroof, and then the SUV just goes off the rails and he falls and lands on the motorcycle. I mean. How do you film something like that?
I don't know. You see, that's the beauty of modern technology. You have GoPros that can film in 4K now.
But I mean, it looked really good because you can generally tell things get a little wonky, and you can tell when there's some CG stuff involved. But that was pretty convincing.
Well, yeah, I think the explosion was the explosion in the car, like rolling everything. That was all practical.
Mhm.
You know, that Hollywood does that no problem.
Yeah.
But I think what they did was they
But
did
like-
a rising crane shot.
But moving, and then with the guy fall. I mean, I don't know how you do it.
Well, I don't know either, but I think what they did was for him jumping up in the air and falling down. I think they did like a masking crane shot where they actually had him hanging from a harness.
Sure.
And they had the camera on top, and they had the camera in his FOV, and it was him, seeing the explosion and everything, and then him looking down and seeing it come in, and then the stunt driver on the motorcycle comes up just right, and the crane sits him down on top of it.
Sure.
I think that's how they did it.
Yeah.
I could make assumptions on how they did all these shots, but until I see like a behind the scenes or anything, I won't know. I mean, honestly, I can just go by my limited expertise, which I'm wanting to know more about filmmaking and everything. But okay, we've ranted and raved. Wait, I always say that. If you're not tuning in to hear us rant and rave, we're sorry. I mean, this is what we do, though. I mean, this always happens, and I'm always the perpetrator. I'm always the one that starts it. Well, anyway, guys, what do you think of Hardcore Henry? Do you think it's going to be awesome? We think it's going to be awesome. Will you see it at midnight? I know I'll be there. I mean, even these schmucks don't want to go. Just joking. But if they can't go, I'll most definitely go. But anyway, guys, thank you once again for tuning in. If you think this is going to be awesome, let us know down in the comments. If there's other stuff you want us to watch, let us know in the comments. Also hit that subscribe button if you wish to see more. For the Renegades, I'm Nate.
Micah?
And we'll see you later, Internet. Peace out.